Greetings, dear viewer. Today I'd like to show you guys a build that I tried that somewhat worked. How you make the build is simple. You can start from most characters, but I find Velmir to be ideal since his perk works whether he's fighting one single opponent or an entire group of soldiers. You want to complete the first two assignments from Odar. From there on, you should immediately rush to Gerlot, the merchant in Mancha, to learn Dagger skills from him. Put every stat point you get into strength, as the goal in this build is to maximize block chance. You're not going to need the shield skill from Ram the Drunkard early on, since you're only going to need 2 skills. And I find the shield up skills to not provide enough of a return unless you happen to possess a shield with big enough block chance to begin with. Early on you want to get the heater shield from Dirk the Carpenter in Mancha, but once you've gotten enough crowns you should immediately get the knightly shield that can be purchased from the Quartzmaster in Bryn. For the dagger itself, Dietrich the Mancha Smith should have a Dirk for sale. This weapon is decent enough until you can afford a bollock dagger that you can purchase in Bryn. As for armor, you generally want armor that doesn't penalize your energy too much. I argue that there's a lot of leeway in this regard, but there are still essential equipments that I suggest you go for, which is the chain belt and the splint vambrace. Both of these help reduce rumble that you'll inevitably have since this build doesn't add agility. Speaking of skills, these are the ones that I think are essential to the build. Within dagger skills, quick hands and double lunge are of utmost importance since the combination of these two allows double lunge to be spammed. Gaping wound and from the shadows are to be taken as well, in order to unlock painful stabs and weakening jabs. For shield skills, you're only going to need embodiment of resilience and raise shield. Lastly, seize the initiative and opportune moment is to be chosen from the combat mastery tree. With all of these skills in mind, you have one free remaining, since the total skill point you get up to level 10 is 11. I would highly recommend choosing Moment of Retribution since it adds 5% block chance, which amounts to at least 3 stat points invested in strength. Coup de Grace is a great choice as well if you prefer a more offense-oriented approach. The perks of this build is that the equipments are affordable to both buy and maintain and does not use heavy armor that can cost a fortune to repair if damaged. Not only that, dagger skills are low in stamina usage, so the high energy penalty larger shields have will not affect it too much. It also offers great DPS and barely damaged pelts whilst being able to skin animal carcasses, unlike maces and spears that can't skin animals despite not damaging said pelts too much. This build has 2 big issues, however. The first one would be that dagger skills are mainly unlocked by the agility stat, which very much means you must spend money or get lucky with finding the second and third dagger treatise. The second one is that if you plan on using ranged weaponry, you will not benefit from the block chance that the shield offers. And this build is lightly armored. That's all I can say about the build. The troll fight footage link is in the description. If you find this video pleasing, do subscribe. I'm also planning on making a review video of this game, so look forward to that, and as always, have a great time.